Hey guys, how's it going? It's KilloX here, and today we're going to talk about the Pokemon that everyone is freaking out about right now, which is Mew and the new quest system. Now, Mew has been a Pokemon that a lot of people have wanted for a very long time now. He's the only Pokemon of Gen 1 that is not in the game, and everyone's wanted him for a long time, but the biggest question was, how was Niantic going to add them into the game? But just this morning, Niantic just released a new tweet which was talking about how Mew is going to actually be released into the game, and it actually addresses a lot of problems people had with Pokemon Go. Just some minor ones, but still, they get addressed with this new tweet. Now the tweet goes a little something like this. Trainers, Professor Willow is seeking trainers to help him find out if a series of mysterious happenings are connected to the mythical Pokemon Mew. Now this alone got a lot of people hyped up for the new thing that's going to be coming out in this game. So they didn't say it directly, but in the link that they provided, it actually goes over a lot of information about what's going to be happening in just the next few days. So basically what the whole rundown is, because I bet a lot of you have already read it or saw it from other YouTubers, that basically quests are going to be added to the game, which is something that a lot of people have wanted for a very long time. And some of the issues that people had were like, well, Professor Willow shows up at like the first 5 levels and then disappears and never talks to you ever again. Well, with this now, it actually addresses it with Professor Willow saying something like, oh hey, you've become a great trainer, I've got something for you. And then basically that's how the quests begin. So it addresses the issue that a lot of people will had with Professor Willow not really showing up after level 5. But this leads to some questions though about how Professor Willow actually says it. In the promotional pictures it says, trainer, how are you? It's been a while, you've become quite the trainer. So that leads to a bit of questions. Obviously there's got to be a level cap for when you can go into the quests. Seeing that he does say, you know, you've become quite the trainer. So that leads me to believe 2 theories. So obviously it can't be level 5 because he says you've become quite the trainer, it's been some time. Where the last time Willow really talks to you is when you hit level 5 to assign you to the team. So basically what we're talking about here is that you gotta level up a bunch in order to get into the quest system. So at the lowest, I'm thinking they'll probably make it level 20 in order for you to meet Professor Willow, for him to be like, oh, it's the quest system, here you go. But this might get a lot of people mad, and I think this might be what they'll be going with at first, is level 40. Well, there's a lot of players that aren't level 40, but the thing is that when raids came out, as an example, they were actually capped out for certain level players. Level 35 and above were the only people that could do raids for like the first day or two, and then it went down and down and down until what it is today. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have a really high level cap in order for you to join quests, but still at the same time, level 40 would be a pretty high count for it. So it may be a little less, maybe level 35 and slowly go down. Now this leads to the question of how can you get Mew? So the whole thing is about how you can actually obtain Mew, because you know that's the whole story of the quest system, is trying to find Mew. So as they explain it, you will have to do a few quests per day, and once you complete them, then it will lead you to the next day. So once you finally get to the final day, you'll get a special package and a special encounter, which could be pretty much anything, I believe. It's going to be random, so it's either going to be a good Pokemon, but they did say you can run into legendaries, so that means that might be another thing you can run into, because it says can run into legendaries. So there's probably other stuff you could run into. I bet they'll probably throw Magikarp in the mix just to troll people. But the big thing about this event is that once you complete that, it breaks out into the next week, which goes deeper into it, and then you get more and more, and then you kind of build up, and then I think the final prize will be Mew, but here's my predictions of what they will actually be. So Mew is actually one of the best Pokemon to come out in Pokemon Go, mainly because it is the first mythical Pokemon actually to be released. So that's a pretty big deal. And I think this was actually the best way in order to actually release him in the game. But the thing is with Mew is that he also has the chance to learn pretty much any Pokemon move in the game. So that means that you can get a massive amount of move pulls for him if that's what they choose to do for Pokemon Go. Because there are Pokemon with massive movesets, like look at Cloyster for instance. He's got a ton of movesets. Like seriously, look him up. I was even surprised on how many moves he can learn. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mew can learn pretty much any move in the game, and I'd actually really like it too, because you can customize it to whatever you want to fight anything that you want. The problem is that your charge TMs and your fast TMs are going to be eaten up fast if you're going to want to get the moveset you want, which Niantic probably thought about, so they're probably not going to give him, you know, the massive move pool that he has in the main games. But yeah, Mew is a big deal. So basically my thoughts on how he's actually going to be coming out is mainly the boxes that you get after doing a certain number of days. So after a certain number of days, you get a box which gives you a special encounter, some special items, but they're mysteries, so you don't know. So they might even add some special items that haven't been added in the game before, which may go to the Master Ball, which actually could also be a major thing in the game, because, you know, getting a Master Ball would be really nice, but they'll have to make it very rare, and you'd have to get it from the end of the quest system, just so it's not way too common. But with this special encounter, they haven't really said what, except for the fact that you can get legendaries, which I brought up earlier in this video. What I think they're gonna do is this, is that if you get the rare encounter at the end, it has a slight chance, just slight, that it could be Mew. So if you do get that really lucky chance in order to get yourself your Mew, it's gonna be a bit of a problem because I bet he's gonna have a really low catch rate just for, you know, how you can get him and all that, seeing that it is Mew we're talking about. So I think they'll be making it so you can use the Master Ball towards Mew just so you can catch him with that 100% catch rate, which is what I'll probably be doing if they come out with the Master Ball along with Mew. But that's my prediction on how they'll deal with Mew, but obviously they will be using this quest system for future mythicals as well. So we'll just have to wait on that, and it's gonna be pretty amazing. Can't wait. We're gonna get some more information later, but today this is all we have. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet, comment and subscribe, and type in the comments below if you're also psyched for getting Mew. And also, side note, Community Day video is coming out tomorrow, so get ready for that, and until then, see ya.